When I was a young girl, really at 6 years of age, I was in my backyard and playing on a horse like a broom, and I felt the Lord just telling me I was going to be a mission. I felt that kind of urge, but I didn't know what to do with it, so I just continued living my life. I would always say, Lord, come into my life, but I don't want to do mission. But I don't want to do this, but I don't want to do that. I didn't see anybody around me at my age that could give me insight as to what mission or missionary meant. To me, it meant a little woman went to Africa with a bun on her head, never to be seen again. And so I didn't want that because I wanted to have a good life and make money. But it wasn't until I went to the Virgin Islands and started teaching school that my life started heading down another direction. So I then went to a prayer meeting and said, Lord, you can come into my life and do whatever you want.
My brother was very abusive and my mother as well. And I find myself now able to talk to my brother and I feel a love for him. He used to beat me up and everything, I'm telling you. And but now I past couple of weeks I've had fellowship with him on the phone and I actually was able to say I love you. And that boy sent me, well, he's older than me, that man sent me 3 cards. Just say, I love you, sis. You know, and I said, look at God. And I'm sharing that even now, where in the past I would talk about it, I would cringe and be like, oh my God, you know. But I know it's because of these past 6 weeks.
Because every broken relationship causes a breach in all others. If you have unforgiveness in your heart, you can't continue on. If you have rejection or abandonment issue, it keeps you from being whole. It keeps you from moving on in your life.
It's like sometimes you don't realize the blindness that's over your own eyes in regards to your own self. Because I wrote I was looking at the very front, it says, what do you expect to receive from this class? And I was like, oh, new vision, new direction. And then this last thing that I put in here kind of surprised me. I put in enlightenment of boundaries I've set on myself. And I realized through this class that I'm limiting my own self.
I didn't sign up for this class. I just signed up to host. I did take this class almost a year ago, and I swear it seems like a different class altogether. Because when the Holy Spirit works on you, He has a way of putting His finger on something different every time.
Of course, the first night was such an eye-opener. I said, oh, I thought I had really forgiven people about past things and hurts. And I realized that first class I really had not truly forgiven and moved on. I really thought I had.
I thought I really had it down pat. That I'm 65. I got my kid's dad. I mean, he was horrible. So I thought, oh, I've got this down pat. I forgive him. And then when we started to peel back different things and I thought, oh man, I still got stuff that I you know what I'm saying?
Do you know that there are a lot of times other people that are feeling the same kind of feelings you? Because sometimes in life, especially when our lives don't go the way that we want, we get very disappointed, we get hurt, and we forget about the goodness of God. We forget about that God is always choosing the best for us.
But I've had to let go of my husband. As much as I want my marriage to work, I learned that I have to let go and let God just do what He's going to do.
The thing is that we all have issues, but if you don't realize you need help, then that's the first sign of healing, for you to realize and recognize that these are some areas in my life and I need some help. I can't get through this by myself and I need another perspective.
I'm continuing on working on forgiveness because it's layer by layer by layer. And, it's still an everyday process.
And I'm finding myself now that even when different thoughts or ideas come up, I ask God to renew my mind, renew what I'm thinking, change those negative thoughts and put something positive into it.
And the change I've seen in the past 6 weeks, I find myself somebody will do something and I'll get mad, and instantly I'll say, oh, you know, you gotta forgive that. And then, oh, yeah, I mean, it's just this ongoing thing. And I'm like, gee, I gotta keep a list of forgiveness here. I gotta keep doing it. And then, but it's not hard. It doesn't hurt. It's not hard.
Well, the greatest thing for me is not being alone in the forgiveness part of it. Because sometimes I feel like, man, am I the only one that can't have a problem with forgiving? And so when you, to me, it's like when it makes me feel like I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay, and that sharing it with other people helps me to be okay with me and learning to forgive myself instead of pushing myself down. Kind of like what other people were saying, as far as like it doesn't hurt as much.
From Lord Deliver Me From Me are steps by which, if you take them, if you apply them, you can get rid of the things that hinder you, and you can have a wonderful life in God, knowing your destiny and going forth and knowing the love of God. So therefore you pass it on to others. I want them people to get delivered so they can pass on who they are and what God has gifted them with to others, so they can live a rich life and help others live a rich life.